people to come to see.
Well, you know what they say, you're just as young as you feel.
And everybody's gonna laugh real hard.
Well, maybe I need to take some of that.
It don't kill ugly.
Well, would I like to throw some hot grease on you?
And maybe pee on themselves.
I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, that's like soul train. That's to be down local.
Join Eddie Murphy as he brings back the first family of comedy.
Ernest, will you please tell your father to be quiet?
What town is?
Sherman's coming on.
Meet Sherman,
Say what now?
his loving mother,
Billy D, Billy D, Billy D. Oh, Billy D Clump.
his proud papa,
Mama. I just lost my damn appetite.
his brash brother Ernie,
The only thing that's permanent is family. Ain't that right there?
and we can't forget his sweet-talking granny.
I wonder if you could give me a little private dance.
Stay tuned as E takes you behind the scenes of Nutty Professor 2, The Klumps.
And if it's all right with y'all, I say, let's get busy.
Getting busy is exactly what Eddie Murphy's been doing as he stars in this summer's most anticipated comedy, Nutty Professor 2, The Klumps. But at first, the comedic genius was reluctant to reprise the role of everyone's favorite 400-pound professor, Sherman Clump, as well as his entire family.
When I finished the first one, I said I would never do anything like this again. And then I went and did it, and then the sequel is even more ambitious than the first one. It was even more work and all that stuff. And right now, at this moment now, I would say absolutely not. There's no way I would do it. But 4 or 5 years from now, you know, who's to say what could happen? You had a good idea. Because I was saying, oh, no, I could never. And Keenan said, man, you know, 2, 3 years from now, you'll be sitting around thinking something funny that the grandmother could do.
Well, hello there, stripper man.
We had funny characters, but we needed a really good story because the first movie has a really good, solid story because it's adapted from Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, you know. So it's like, yo, that's some old classic stuff. So we can't come up with nothing like that, but we still got to come up with a great story. And when we approach it like that, let's just be funnier than the first movie. You wind up getting a great story, and we're funnier, and the makeup is better. It's just it exceeded everyone's expectations.
Professor Sherman Clump is about to knock the science world off its feet with his astounding new discovery.
Now, if I've composed this formula properly, this should be most impressive. All right, Buster, abundanza.
Jiminy freaking cricket!
Sherman, this is amazing. You've just discovered
The fountain of youth. This is huge.
The movie's about the whole family. It's not Sherman's in the film, and he's the central character in the film, but the other characters aren't really peripheral characters. They're really part of the story, and you know, they're all big meaty roles too. You know, so it wasn't like we got to balance it out by having Sherman be the center of it. We wanted the whole. The name of the movie is, you know, Nutty Professor 2, The Clump. So it's what the whole family's going through.
All right, everybody, Sherman, get ready to come on TV now. Everybody gather around.
What town is? You know fame's gonna pass. And the only thing that's permanent is family.
The thing that stood out in the first movie, whenever people talk about the dinner scenes, or those scenes at the dinner table. So it's like, how do we get that intensity? How do we get those characters and have them throughout a movie? You know, where they're not just at the table, in a chair. How do you get them up and move around with each other, have them interact with each other? You know, that was the challenge.
The first movie, you know, that was one of the reasons I got involved in this movie, is because that scene, we were going to take that and develop it into this movie, and really widen the scope of the Klumps.
Oh, look how dashing it look. It look just like Billy D.
We got good genes in our family.
Billy D, Billy D, Billy D. Oh, Billy D Clump. I'd like to present to you all the Wellman College Youth Formula.
Sherman's invented this youth formula. The first movie was about losing weight, and this film, the science is what Sherman's invented is something that makes you get young for short periods of time. That's the backstory. That's the thing that he's created. And all the hijinks and twists and turns that happen when you have that sort of story.
What's also new in this sequel is Sherman's blossoming love life. He's getting married to his colleague, Professor Denise Gaines, portrayed by Janet Jackson.
Ah, Professor Clump.
Oh, Professor Gaines, how are you? I was hoping I might be able to sit in on your lecture.
If you think it's been a while since you've seen Janet on the big screen, you're right.
Someone said 7 years, so I'm assuming that's correct. Trying to do something totally different than Poetic Justice, which is what I got a lot of, or there was a scheduling conflict if I did like something. I was also doing tours and albums and things like that, and then Nutty came along, and it seemed like the perfect vehicle for myself. I really wanted to do this film.
Janet wanted the role so much, she was willing to audition for it not once, but twice.
I always say if you can't be with the nucleotide that you love, go here with the one you with.
I think, which no one's ever told me if I got this right, but I think it's because they really wanted to feel that, aside from the chemistry between the two, but that me as a singer, that they could separate that from this character Denise, and for it to be truly believable that she is in love with Sherman.
She came in an audition like with the other actresses, and they saw how good an actress she was, and she got the gig.
She's so sweet and normal, if there is such a word. I mean, you don't think of her as Janet Jackson.
Sweet and wholesome? No, nasty and no. How do I wholesome? Do you think I'm wholesome? There's a side that's can be very quiet and stay to myself, kind of, sort of. Not that she does, but as far as sweet, I don't know about sweet.
Well, Eddie had a lot to say when the subject of his leading lady came up.
Janet Jackson is incredibly sexy and beautiful and all that, and in this movie she's just this adorable college professor and completely believable. And she could do all this actor stuff like cry on cue and all that. Jan is bad, you know. They'll see when they see the movie.
Still to come, we'll take you back to where it all started. So pull up a chair and grab a plate, because it's dinner time at the Klumps.
You never brought a girl home, the least you can do is let us talk to her.
Plus, one Clump family member goes into uncharted territory.
You watch it now. You reach over here again, you're gonna pull back a nub.
You and Sherman having relations?
That's a good question. No, Grandma, it's not like that. We're colleagues. We just work together.
Oh, yeah, that's how I start out, colleagues. Me and your grandfather was colleagues. Next thing you know, he's on top of me in the shed, pumping and sweating.
In 1996's The Nutty Professor, Eddie Murphy blew audiences away when he first performed the Clump family at the dinner table. But in Nutty Professor 2, The Klumps, he attempted to take the family from the dinner table into the real world.
The challenge in this film was to get them up and to move them around and have them be different heights and have them have different postures and walks and have them interact, you know, that make it like the first movie just really hinted at what we could do.
By the way, congratulations, Mr. Clump.
She's so polite.
Hey, look here, Denise. You're going to have to stop that Mr. Clump stuff, all right? Because I've been hearing that for the last year or so, and I'm starting to feel old. I ain't no old man.
You is an old man.
Grandma, what's wrong with you? Well, if it isn't the Alzheimer Express, right on schedule.
Stop that.
Hey, Mama.
They were doing interesting things, 5 years ago with crossing over a center line where a normal split screen would be, but we said, okay, we have to do more than that. They've seen that. What can we do even more? So touching, grabbing things off plates, kissing. We have in the end of the movie, Mama and Papa dancing together, holding each other. I mean, that's Eddie dancing with himself. I mean, we knew we had to take it that far, to show people things that they hadn't seen before.
Eddie knew that to portray the Clump family, he would have to endure long, tedious hours in the makeup chair, a process he was not looking forward to.
Hey, you know something, Cletus? You know something, I'm tired of you.
I was dreading the process, but I knew going into it that it was something that if we pulled it off, it would be special. Because other actors have done multiple character things before, but there's never been a movie where you took the modern special effects where you can have the way these. Usually when you have an actor doing two people, they have this line that they can't go across, and you can tell it's a split screen, all that kind of thing. And now they can have them interact and kiss and hug, and if you take that And then you take the special effects makeup that Rick Baker created, you know, and you mix that with what I do. It makes just a completely unique film. And we were like, hey, we could do something that no one's done before. And that's what I was dreading the process, but I was juiced up about the end result. I knew the end result would be something unique.
It's a good time to toast Daddy. Daddy, I'd just like to say that after 35 years working at the construction company, that Daddy's going to finally get a chance to relax.
He's so unbelievable and so real as these individual characters. That's the thing that I defy anyone who doesn't know anything about the movie to look at this and not say those are real people. You have to be, you know, told that that's one man playing those 7 roles. Otherwise, you wouldn't believe it.
Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Oh,
He made each character come to life. Mama, Grandma, and you really felt the realness. You truly did, and he's so amazing. Such an incredible actor, a genius.
Ooh, please, she's fiery. I like that. Tell me, don't touch the chicken. Don't be hitting on people. I don't be getting hit on, Sherman. You know that.
To play 7 larger-than-life characters convincingly, Eddie had to pay attention to the smallest details.
Little tiny things, gestures, just to make them seem real, you know. My grandmother goes, "Oh, fabulous," for real. She really does. To this day, and she goes, "Eddie, Eddie." That's straight out my grandmother. And the way the mother smiles is like one of my mother's friends kind of smiles like that. The grandmother's voice is kind of Mom's Mabley. Might be too young to remember Mom's Mabley. I do remember. Okay, well, Mom's Mabley was that's who I stole her voice for, the grandmother's voice.
Oh, isn't that sweet how she fusses over Alice Sherman?
Yeah, but she sure can't pack it away for a little bonus thing.
When you say action, I'm the character, and when you say cut, I'm not the character anymore. Just that I'm not a method actor at all. At all.
The weird thing is when he talks to you as Eddie in the granny makeup. It's kind of freaky.
Let me call time out on that. I don't want to hear about you old geriatrics.
Oh, react leader? Me and I might be dried up geriatric, but ain't nothing wrong with Isaac's love tackle.
Stay tuned as Sherman Clump makes his moves on Janet Jackson.
I get a big old screen kiss with Miss Jackson.
Plus, Grandma Clump is on the prowl.
As I get old, I find my sexual desire increased.
Oh yeah, I got a new love in this movie. I'm in pursuit of love, just like the last one.
She's very sweet, very shy, loves Sherman.
Denise! Denise!
Sherman? What are you doing down there? Come inside.
Oh, not just yet, Denise. I want to ask you something. Just give me a moment. Guys, come on now. Denise, this last year, working alongside you and getting to know you and be close to you it's been the most wonderful time of my life.
This time around, Sherman is once again involved, but he's definitely serious, and he wants to get married to me.
Oh yeah, man, a pretty girl named Denise finally met the right girl in this film. It's all about Sherman marrying the right girl. Bless his soul.
In this movie, I'm really happy because I get a big old screen kiss with Miss Jackson. And I have to tell you, it's dynamite. Pure dynamite.
He's very lovable, very kissable, very huggable. He's an intelligent man, and he's so sweet.
Once again, Sherman's quest for love may be foiled by his alter ego, Buddy Love.
Well, we thought we was really Buddy Love, but we're not. And he's going to pop back up, and he's going to turn it all crazy. I'd just like to say that it doesn't matter if you want to take that other job or if you want to stay here. What matters to me most is that you're happy. Denise, I have something that I want to ask you.
He wants to ask you.
Denise? Denise Gaines?
Yes, Sherman?
Denise, will you?
Well, ask her.
Denise, will you?
Hey, Sherman! You hear me, Sherman?
Denise, will you? Will you let me come up there and put my beef in your taco?
What happens is, as a result of what Sherman did in the first movie, when he was messing around with his DNA and all that stuff, and Buddy Love, what happens in this movie, Buddy Love isn't going completely. Buddy Love is still in Sherman's system, kind of, and he's kind of, he comes out kind of like a Tourette's kind of thing, like Sherman. When Sherman least expects it, something will blurt out of his mouth that's like really Buddy Love from deep down inside of him. Then he's met the love of his life, and he's going through this thing with this Buddy Love jumping out of him. He realizes, I got to get this out of me. It's ruining my life.
Back that thing up! Back that thing up! Yeah, back that thing up! Oh my goodness.
It seems like every time he's happy and he feels good about himself, here comes Buddy Love to ruin it all.
Not if Grandma has anything to say about it. Buddy Love doesn't know it yet, but he's about to become Granny's new boy toy.
I wonder if you could give me a little private dance.
Oh, okay. You want a private dance? You want to slow down? Stop. I'm gonna need some space. You want a private dance? Okay, I can do that.
You all know my secret. You all know what stimulates me.
Grandma. She's my favorite. Her feistiness and how funny she is, and she's quick with the comebacks. She reminds me a great deal of my grandmother when she was here.
Heavy moving.
I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, that's like Soul Train. That's the be la loca.
Making this face here like I'm on, like I'm tan.
Oh, good Lord.
You like that?
Oh, my goodness Lord.
Don't move now. I'll be right back.
I ain't going nowhere. I'll be right here for the Soul Train. Soul Train. I got a really graphic love scene with Eddie Murray in this movie. In the first movie, I ain't get to meet Eddie Murray. But this here film, I got a graphic love scene be shot in the garage. I hope they leave all the stuff in.
Hey,
oh, stripper man, stripper man.
You're not supposed to be out here.
It must be your lucky night, stripper man.
You're supposed to be in the house.
I'm finna teach you every trick I know. I seen the way you was ogling me inside.
No.
I'm ogling you too. Oh, stripper man. Oh, I feel so vulnerable.
When we come back, Janet Jackson lends her musical support to the Nutty Professor 2 movie soundtrack.
Janet's like this superstar.
I think that you're wearing this right now, and then we're gonna have it on a gimbal, and I actually want all 5 dancers to have your clothes morph and then go into the breakdown. Like that's what starts off the dance sequence.
Okay, I see.
Janet Jackson was so excited to be part of the cast of Nutty Professor 2, The Klumps, that she offered to write and record a song for the movie. Behind the Scenes caught up with Janet on the set of the making of the music video.
And roll playback.
Once they told me I had the part, I actually offered to do a song for the movie. I didn't know if they really wanted me to or not, but I wanted to be a part of the soundtrack. Loving the first soundtrack that they had done so much. So they told me they were very excited and wanted to ask me, but didn't know truly how to approach me about it.
Janet's like this superstar. It was like, wow, I'm a superstar on the set.
Roll ABC camera.